Hey folks, it has been a hot freaking minute since I have made a screencast video, but here we are, we're making some code. So here's the dealio. I went on a hike in Colorado last summer, and Strava is free. There's a freemium and a premium, and I hate paying for subscriptions. And the thing is that Strava literally is taking data from your phone, your GPS data, your accelerometer data, and then it is uploading it to the cloud where they do a bunch of analysis. And then if you want the output of their analysis, you have to pay them. And I don't want to do that. So one of the things that I can't get automatically is like speed as a function of time. I can't get 3D plots. And I think while the app is running, and that'll be a separate video, I can't get speed live. Like I can get average speed, but I can't get live speed. Post analysis, I think I can get pace. I forget. See, the thing is I got so fed up with Strava that I got rid of my account before making this video, and so I don't even have a Strava account anymore. And again, I've got a separate video where I actually made my own like Strava-ish app, and I'll hopefully upload that within the week. But for now, what we're gonna do is, if you have a freemium membership of Strava and you want to do your own analysis with Python because you're just like a next level extra programmer, you can log into your Strava account. And normally I would do this with my account, but I can't because I don't have one anymore. And you can export single activities as what's called a GPX file. So if you go to like your activity page, like if you go to your Strava account and go to that activity page, you can click export GPX and it will download that GPX file to your computer. I have done that for my Mount Elbert hike, and here is that raw data. And so it's a GPX file. There's a bunch of XML stuff in here. There's timestamps. So again, you can see when I did it. I did it July 24th at 10:19 Zulu. That's like, I think, yeah, I woke up at like 4 a.m. if I remember correctly. Let's go to the Goog real quick and see mountain time GMT, right? So that's -7. So 10 minus 7. So yeah, so I started this Elbert hike at 3:19 in the morning. I was super extra last summer. So then I also have my, Strava or my phone in Spanish. So senderismo por la mañana just means hike in the morning. If you want to consider 3:19 in the morning, it was a hike. And here is really the bread and butter of what I want. This is the latitude, the elevation, and then we've got time again. Okay, so this metadata here is clearly just like when it started. This is like my first timestamp. This is the raw data coming from your GNSS location sensor that's in your phone. Strava is doing nothing necessarily extra in terms of hardware. They are grabbing the raw data from your phone that you are soliciting to them for free to do a bunch of analysis and fancy stuff. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my raw data that I have given to them, and then I'm going to do some post analysis. Okay, so how do we parse through this data file and actually extract the data we want? I'm sure there's tools online. I'm sure I can post this in ChatGPT. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way, just this one more time. And here we go. So I've already imported numpy as NP. I'm going to import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. I am going to FID open this file. Let's see, elbert.gpx. Okay. I'm going to say for line in file. Now, what lines do I care about? I care about the latitude. Okay, so I'm going to make an empty array. I care about the longitude, and I also care about the time. For now, I also care about the elevation. For now, everything else I don't really care about. I also don't want this video to be super long, so all I'm going to do in this video is extract the raw data. If you want to convert the latitude and longitude to Cartesian coordinates and compute speed or course over ground or like elevation gain and elevation loss, I'm going to let you do that on your own. I'm just going to make a video on pulling the data out of the file. After that, the world is your oyster. Here we go. So, for line and file, what do I need to make sure? First things first, I need to make sure that the length of the file name is greater than 1. So if len of line is greater than, say, 3, let's go ahead and do some stuff. So here we go. We're going to loop through file. Let's comment this. We're going to open file. We are going to create empty arrays. Yes. And we're going to loop through the file. Make sure the line we're looking for is greater than 0. I did 3 just because. And let's extract this line here. Okay, what I need to do, and I might use ChatGPT for this, is I need to find if this text exists inside that string array. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and are these just spaces? So first I'm going to strip out all the spaces. So I'm going to say line dot, and I think it's replace. Okay, so that I can Google. So string replace Python. Okay, the replace method, string dot replace old new. Let's see, text. New text is text dot replace apple with grape. Okay, so I'm going to say, no spaces equals, is it text? No, it's going to be line dot replace, find a space with nothing. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I want to find, I guess I am using AI basically because that was just like at the top. Let's just open up, I don't really want to do a shameless plug for this. That's fine. Let's just stay with the Goog. So then what I want to do is I want to find the existence of a string Python. Bada bing, bada boom. Use the operator find. Again, I'm using AI here. So text, if world in text string found. Okay, so if I find the text trkpt in the no space file, I just for now, just print no space. Let's just make sure this is working appropriately. We need to, we can't find the file because we need to, of course, save in Git repos, Python. I already made a folder called Strava. I already have an old data. I did kind of somewhat prepare for this. This is going to be plot Strava on the fly.py. Ooh, that rhymed. I love that. I love it when something like that comes together. Ooh, file is not defined. So it's for line and file. I did FID up here. So it's for line and FID, of course. And then F5. Oh, baby. We got it. Okay. Let's kill this because that's, oh gosh, kill it because that's insane. We definitely don't want to print that. We also definitely are seeing a new line here. We definitely want to know new line. I think it's ln or is it /n? Yeah, so, well, yeah, let's say no new line is no space dot replace, more rhyming, /n with nothing. And so we should now see play. It's still doing it. I'm not going to worry too much about it because what I really want to extract now is I want to extract the latitude from this and the longitude. Okay? So what I need to do is notice that every single line, ooh, you know what, even better? We're going to do a split. So we're going to say row is no new line dot split. I want you to split by the tick marks. So whenever it finds a quotation, it's going to split it into an array. So watch this. I'm going to type in print row now and save it. It must still be running for some reason. We're going to hit play now. Notice now that I'm printing the raw line, but then I'm also printing this array, which is what I care about. And so you'll notice that the latitude is just the second coordinate of the array, and the longitude is the, third 0, 1, 2, 3 of the array, third coordinate of the array. So I'm going to say lat is row of 1, right, 0, 1. I'm going to do np dot float, of course, because I want to convert it to a float. And then I'm going to say lon is np dot float row of 3. Okay. Then of course we're going to do latitude vec dot append lat, and then longitude vec dot append lon. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, in order to get this to plot appropriately, we need to do latitude vec equals np.array latitude vec. We need to convert these to arrays. Longitude vec is going to be np.array longitude vec. Okay, and then we're going to plt.plot latitude vec, right, which is on the x-axis. Nope, latitude is north-south. Oops. So longitude vec, right, comma latitude vec. Okay, then we're going to plt, we're going to grid it, and then we're going to show it because we want to see it. And we should see, oh dear. Float was deprecated for the built-in function float. To avoid this error, use float by itself. Doing this will not modify any behavior and is safe. If you specifically wanted the numpy scalar type, use npfloat64. I do not. Float is fine. Okay, so we're just going to do float. Thank you, Python programmers, for adding that in. That is what you call great error checking. Ooh, there is a problem with my matplotlib, and if I touch the grid, it exits with this code, and I haven't figured out what the issue is. So I'm gonna I can't even alt tab it. I bet you if I do this, okay. So there is my GPS track. I guess I shouldn't make this big because my video is in the upper right hand corner. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to resize. Heck yes. Okay. So one of the things that I'm noticing is in the bottom here, there's an offset like -1064. I think what you have to do is you have to do fig is plt.figure. How do you, let's see, turn off offset labels in Python. I think, I know I have this. This is it. Ax.y-axis, get major formatter, set use offset, false. That's what I want. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. Man, this AI is getting insane. Okay, so we're going to have fig, comma, ax, and then I should be able to just do the same thing. Cannot unpack. That's because they're doing subplots. Can I just do ax equals plt.getCurrentAxis? Is that a function? Because I don't want to do a subplot. Bada bing, bada boom. It still didn't. When do I do the offset? After I plot? It's after I plot. So here? How about that? Let's try that. Maybe? No. Is it because I need to do ax.plot and plot it on the current axis and it's making a new axis? No, it still doesn't like it. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? Let's see. For axes globally, it still wants to do subplots. Let's just do the subplots. Let's just see what happens. Fig.ax. Get rid of this. Okay, and then do plt subplots. Let's just not have any subplots. Still didn't. Oh, brother. It literally says y-axis. How many of y'all were watching this and were like, Dr. C, you were offsetting the x-axis? Okay, we are in business now. The longitude looks good. So we are starting. What we want to do, okay, let's X this out, is we want to do, of course, right? Let's ax.plot longitude vec 0, comma, latitude vec 0, comma, let's do a green square, marker size 20, and that way we know where we started. Blast. I spelled longitude wrong. You know, it happens. Here we go. Boom. Play. Okay, that massive green square is where I started. Let's also add it to the title. So let's say ax dot, I'm going to do plt dot title, because it might be get title. And I'm going to take these coordinates, right? And I'm going to say started at equals plus string longitude vec plus string latitude vec. I need to put a space in there. And then, I should do latitude first. No, that's fine. I don't like it. That's weird. So it's funny because, you have to do the x-axis first, but we always go by latitude first. Whatever. Here we go. So we got latitude and longitude. We're plotting it. The parentheses was never closed. Syntax error. Okay, slay. So what we want to do now is I also want to print this message to the command window. I'm going to say message is this, and I want to print the message. And then I want to make this message, and then hit play. And the reason why I want to do that is because I want to copy these latitude and longitude coordinates, right? Make sure that my GPS is working the way it is. And tell me where this, come on, maps, dude. You know what that is. Boom, Mount Elbert Trailhead. That, oddly enough, that is exactly where I parked the car at 3:20 in the morning. Yeah, there is free dispersed camping all through here. So, like, if you want to know where this is, like, here's the world, right? There's Denver, there's Boulder. Stayed with a friend of mine in Boulder, drove all the way through here in a Tesla, oddly enough, and somebody let me borrow it. I don't have the money for a Tesla, nor do I want to. I ride my bike everywhere. Anyway, so we woke up super freaking early in the morning, and we started at this location here, and we hiked through this crazy trailhead. We should be able to go back to the plot, right? And what? Why can't I alt-tab it? Surely, okay. How about, can I save the figure? Like, can I click the save icon? All right. So I'm going to put it in my home. So figure 1, there we are. Okay, now I can alt-tab it. So we should be able to see the entire trajectory of the hike. Where is Mount Elbert exactly? There it is right there. So yeah, so that's essentially it. You can see I started here, went like zig-a-zaggy, like a zig-and-zagged through the woods, and then I clearly like hiked up. Maybe I hiked up this valley. It's hard to say. You could probably do like a sweet like overlay on top of a GPS map. Again, the sky's the limit now. You've got the raw data, so you can do what you will. Oh, of course. Let's do the we didn't get the elevation. So what is the elevation? So this is TRKPT. Elevation, we just need to find Ellie, right? So if, Ellie in no new line. Oh, yeah, interesting. No new line. Oh, that was the problem. I was printing no space. It's just those things. So if Ellie is in no new line, that means we have found the elevation. And so elevation, we can just split by these cool little doohickeys. Ooh, but they're different directions. Ooh, I got an idea. We're going to strip both left and right brackets and then split by ease. So we're going to say no left is no new line dot replace the left bracket with nothing. Then we're going to say no right is no left dot replace right brackets with nothing. And then we're going to row is no right dot split by ease. And then I didn't want that colon. And then we're going to print row, and we should see Ellie pop out. Ooh, no new line not defined. No underscore new line. Where did I do that? No underscore new line. Okay. So there's, oh geez. Okay, so it's 0, 1, 2. There's a weird slash in here. So we need to, no slash is no right dot replace the slashes with nothing, and then do no slash, right? And then we can print the row. And I think it's going to be the same, 0, 1, 2. So I'm not going to print the row. I'm just going to say Ellie is row of 0, 1, 2. And then, of course, I'm going to do Elivec. Is it Elivec? Elev. I like Elivec because there's two. Then there'd be two E's. Is append dot. No. What am I doing? Elivec dot append Ellie. Perfect. and I got to get rid of this V. Ooh, I got to get time too. Darn it. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's fine. This video will be a little bit longer than I thought. Okay, so we did the latitude longitude plot. Now we got to do the elevation. We got to convert the elevation to levec equals np.array, levec, okay? Then we're going to make a super sweet 3D plot. So I'm going to use some AI for that. Let's see. 3D plot in Python. Here we go. Gimme. Sweet. So we're going to do import MP toolkit. So we're going to add that to the imports. We got X, Y, and Z. We're going to do projection 3D, and then we're going to do a scatter, and then we're going to throw that in the code. 3D plot. And again, this is Strava makes you pay for this, and we're not doing that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, so create the 3D figure equals pivoted to figure, axis, add subplot, projection 3D, create the scatter. So we're going to do, let's see, on the x-axis is the longitude vec, on the y-axis is the latitude vec, and on the z-axis is le vec. And then I don't care about the color or the marker. I'm just going to let it do its thing. And hopefully it'll play. No data type must provide an itemize. I don't know what that is, Linux. I'm gonna let Linux just freak out there for a second. Hopefully I'm still recording. We'll see. MP dot. I converted them all to arrays. Latitude, longitude. Let's try one more time. Is it which line of code did it not like? No, the plt.show it did not like. I wonder if it's because I have two figures here. So let's do figure one, ax1, and then do plt.show at the bottom and try that. No, I don't want to debug. If this takes any longer, I'll pause it. Let's see. No, it doesn't like it. Okay, I'm going to pause here real quick. Okay, folks, a couple things happened while I was off camera. So first, my computer doesn't like scatter plots, so I'm just making a 3D plot, create the plot. So it's ax1 plot, not scatter. Second thing I did was add this offset so that the longitude plotted with just the normal numbers. I also realized that my elevation was in meters and I wanted it in feet, so I converted it to feet by multiplying by 3.28. But I forgot to add this float in here to convert the strings to floats. So after you do all that and you run it, check it out. There's a sweet, awesome plot. I started at around 10,000 feet. And I peaked at the highest point in Colorado, 14,400 and whatever feet, and then came back down. Now, what would really be cool is if we had the time in there. So let's open up that GPX file again. I had to close Tony and restart it because I was having tons of issues. So let's look for time. So this is what we want. Now, we don't want this like metadata one. So we can do a couple things. We could just delete it. Or we can say, hey, when you find the first one, just throw it out. So I might just do that. So I'm going to say, yeah, I'll just pop it out when I get to the first one. So let's say if, let's see, what is it? Time in no new line. That's a time file. And then I think I should do the same thing that I did last time. Oh, but there's an E and a T. So I can't do like Ellie. I could get rid of the slashes. Ooh, I wonder if I can do this. I'm going to do no slash is no new line dot replace the slashes with nothing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do row is no slash dot split. Can I split just with the entire time and then print row? Let's try that. So I'm going to run that. Oh, heck yeah. Ooh, I need to get rid of that like Z, right? So I need to replace, um, ooh, what I really need to do actually, I need to get rid of, see, I don't care about the date. Like July 24th is cool. Here, let's do this because I think time format is pretty standard. It's in year, month, day. So what I can do is I can just say time. Let's say all time is row of 0, 1, right? And then let's go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if I say time is all time 11 to 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. If I go from 11 to 19 and then print time, let's get rid of print row, I should be able to grab the time, okay? And then I'm just gonna do like hours from 10 a.m. So I'm gonna say, let's see, hour, minute, second is time dot split by the colon. And so hours is HMS of 0, right? Minutes is HMS of 1. And then seconds is HMS of 2. I think that will work properly. And then I can get rid of print time. And so then I can say like hour is hours. Ooh, I need to do float of hours plus float of minutes time divided by 60 plus float of seconds. I can't divide by 60 in the float. I gotta do float of minutes, then divide by 60, and then I gotta do float of seconds divided by 3600. And then what I can do is I can do timevec dot append hour, and then out of the loop I can do timevec dot equals np as array. And oh yeah, array and as array, I don't know the difference. I'm sure Google will know. And then what I can do is after I do the cool 3D plot, I want to flex a little bit and say plt figure plt plot timevec comma elevec, and I want to see how much elevation I got and how fast. So let's see. Blast. Oh, that's right. We forgot to pop the first one. So we need to say timevec equals timevec starting at 1 all the way to the end. And that should pop the first one. Perfect. Okay, so there's the flex, right? So according to this, right, at 3:20 in the morning, right? So 10 a.m. minus 7. At 3:20 in the morning, I started hiking, and by 14:30, so by 7:30 in the morning, I had already summited a mountain. So there are days where I don't even wake up at 7:30. Like I sleep until 9, 10, 11 sometimes. I might not even like get outside my house until 2 p.m. But on this way, I was getting out there and I was up at 3:20, and by 7:30 I was on the tallest mountain in the contiguous United States. So let's freaking go. Okay, so minus the flex, I will post this plot Strava on the fly code in GitHub. Note that I also have plot Strava data here where the code is a lot fancier and I do a lot more cool stuff. I wonder what happens if I play this guy. Oh, baby. So we've got elevation gain rate per minute. You can see me gaining, 20 feet per minute. And then I was descending at 20 feet per minute. There's the normal plot. There's like a more cool annotated plot. And there's an even cooler top-down. Oh, baby. Figure 1 is the bee's knees. I superimposed a plot on top. That's amazing. That's incredible. Both of those codes, folks, are going to be in the Goog, the GitHub, the web, the World Wide Web, and you can access that for free. I don't get any monetary gain from these videos. I'm just doing this because I like this hobby. And so if I really, really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a great, fantastic day, and I hope this code brings you joy and brings you closer to your objective. And I also hope that you get out there and you don't just program on your computer, you also go do some cool stuff. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. I hope you have a great one. I will see you in the next video, whenever that may be. Adios.